Hey everyone, it's me, Eric Kimmel, back here for another video, and I want to tell you that one of the most influential books that I've read, or actually listened to free here on YouTube, is 2-Second Lean by Paul Akers. For those of you who don't know, Paul Akers owns a company called FastCap. They make tools and other things for people who are in the building trades. And Paul is an advocate of lean manufacturing or lean lifestyle. And that's what his book, 2-Second Lean, is all about. So the basic concept behind lean, which comes from Japan, is to eliminate waste, to do things that are more efficient, and to eliminate discouragement in your life because of things that take too much time and are discouraging. The mantra, it's not a literal mantra, but the mantra that is part of the 2-Second Lean concept is fix what bugs you. All right? Now, with fixing what bugs you in mind, the thing that really bugged me the other day, and it has always bugged me, is using a funnel to fill this jug right here, which is my chainsaw gas. I mix 1 gallon at a time, very carefully, very specifically in this jug, and then I fill these cans. Okay, need the funnel again right here. I have bought 4 of these little cans in my life for the specific purpose of being able to easily fill my chainsaw and my weed trimmer. It's a whole lot easier to fill with one of these than it is with, you know, one of these even. So the funnel is really discouraging because what I do, just to give you some background here, is that I fill cans, these big cans, at the gas station. Okay, I bought these cans right here, these 20-liter military surplus cans back in 1998, 99. I bought a bunch of them because I was concerned about Y2K. I wanted to have gas on hand for the generator, and I still want to have gas on hand for the generator because you know as well as I know the power is going to go out eventually for some period of time. It does go out for some period of time, but it's going to go out for longer periods of time, I do think. So it's part of the being prepared concept. I've got a bunch of these. I try to keep them filled up and rotate them. And right here, I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little bit of orange polypropylene string on here. And that is an idea I got from Uncle Billy. And if you know who Uncle Billy is, maybe you could comment below. But Uncle Billy gave me this idea. If I tie the string on there and I look at my cans, I know this is the one, everyone with a string tied on there, little string tied on there like that. That's the can that I got to throw in my truck when I go to the gas station. Okay, so I'm not like lifting every can to see which one is the ones or one that needs to be filled. Simple little trick. Thank you, Uncle Billy. So anyway, these are kind of awkward. I've got on my lawnmower, I've got a big opening to fill with gas. I can put this, use this to fill my lawnmower, no problem. But when it comes to filling a jug like this, or any small container, that funnel, it gets kind of wobbly. And then when I go to fill from this jug into these smaller jugs right here, it gets even more wobbly. You see that? Whoop. That can be discouraging. To further add discouragement, which I'm going to solve here, and that's the point of this, bear with me, I bought this safety can right here for just smaller uses around the homestead here. And I bought this. This is like a $60 or $70 gas can, Eagle safety can. I bought this for $5 at a garage sale. And I think the people who were selling it were just discouraged with it. Anyways, this comes off and, well, how do you fill this? I mean, really, how do you fill this safety? I mean, look at that. That's not going to work, okay? Discouragement right here. The problem is filling these small containers from a large container with a funnel. All right, even there. And this is an old Eagle. You're probably familiar with these. they don't make them anymore. I guess it's against the law. These are classic gas cans right here, the Eagle cans. Yeah, if you see one at a garage sale, grab it up. But I digress. I want to show you what I did to solve my problem here. I created a third-hand funnel holder. And when you see this, you're going to think, oh, you got to be kidding me. You put all that work into that just to save yourself a little trouble with a funnel? And the answer is yes. From here on out, the rest of my life, filling any kind of a small can with gasoline from a larger can is not going to be a problem. Let me show you. Okay, this is my garden shed. Place for everything in its place. Does not apply to everything in this shed, but it does apply right there to the 3-piece funnel holder. There's one part. You can see this is hanging on a big screw right here. I've got another funnel over here. The little blue funnel I showed you goes over here. So yeah, it's right here when I need it, just inside the door. And it has 3 parts. There's the other part. And we want our clamp. At the end of the video, I'll show you some close-ups of this if you're interested and give you some critical dimensions, specific details. This is the base, okay, right here. Just set that down right there. This is the adjustable stand. It just fits right in there like that. This doesn't adjust, but this thing right here does. This is the funnel holder. Goes over the top, and I can adjust that up and down like that. And when I have it where I want it, I just take my clamp and clamp it on, okay? So we can put our funnel right there. So I want to fill my little can here of 2-cycle gas from this jug right here, the pre-mixed or already mixed. And I can just bring this down like that. I can clamp it underneath here, and I can fill, all right? And that is so much easier. Now, it has occurred to me that I might want to put a pan under here so that if I overfill, I can catch the gas. That's always kind of a challenge, you know, when you're filling a little bottle. How do you know when you've got enough in there? Well, you can actually tell by the sound. Pretty well. And I don't necessarily fill those right to the neck. It's down just about here. So that's good. That was so easy. And that's the whole idea. It's easy. Now, I want to demonstrate how I would fill this. Remember how awkward this was, this safety can? How I would fill this easily using this stand. And what I will do, these have a pretty strong spring on them that you have to hold open. Well, that's what they make clamps for, all right? And then to get the gas into here, I'm not going to use this funnel. I'm going to use this funnel. Very handy. This is an old style. You can still buy them on Amazon, and they are worth having. So I would then adjust this down. This is so satisfying to be able to show you this idea. Bring it right down. There we go. And I can fill from the big can. That is so nice. If you've ever had to do this, you know how nice that is. And I'm not putting a lot in there because this can actually has a lot in it to begin with. So there we go. All right. And yeah, we'll put our funnel back on here. So that's the idea. And another little tip for you, if you're bring this down. If you're concerned about your gas and you want to filter it, well, an old dishcloth works really good. and I keep this with the funnels. Just put that in there like that. Get clothespins or little clips here, and you can pour right through here, and a dishcloth will funnel it out very nice. These right here typically have a screen in them, which is good, but this works also. And with the funnel holder, it's even easier. So I keep this cloth and I use it only for gas. You just leave it in the sun, it'll dry out, and you can use it again. You can shake it to clean it. So now I'm going to close up on these individual parts to give you an idea of how they're put together and the measurements that I have. Okay, I'll start with the base. It's 3/4 inch plywood. It's 11 inches that way. It's 24 inches that way. I have a hanging hole here that's 1 inch in diameter. And this upright part right here is 1/2 inch plywood. It's almost 4 inches by 36 inches. The length of these here are 8 inches, okay? 8 inches. The funnel holder top is 1/4 inch plywood. The hole is 4 inches in diameter. Cut that with a hole saw. Just got a couple screws there. The back here is 3/4 inch plywood, and I notched it. I notched it for the sides to fit in, okay? These sides are 1.25 inches. So yeah, so they're 8 by 1.25 inches, notched in here, got a screw in there, and that's 4.5 by 5.5, all right? This part here on the base is all pine, it's just pine, and 4 inches by 6 inches, 2 of them. And then right here, this is 6.25 inches long. It's 3.5 inches high. Yeah, that's it. I got screws in the side here. Basically, I used scrap wood to make this. Parts I had. I didn't buy any wood, and it took me an hour, maybe a tad more. I am entirely satisfied with this unique little tool. Next time you're filling a gas can with a funnel and you need a third hand, you're going to think of this. You're going to remember this, and you're going to think, gee, I got to make one of those. And I would encourage you to do so. It will just improve your life so greatly. Thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one.